All right, here for auction we have our beautiful all original 2006 Dodge Ram 2500 4x4. It's got the 2500 5.9 Cummins diesel with the automatic transmission. It's got the SLT package. And these third gen Dodges, actually really any of the Dodge Cummins are really hard to find in the regular cab 4x4. I put a couple thousand miles on this truck. It tows just amazing. It's super easy to get. I got a quad cab 2500 I bought new, and I just love towing with this regular cab. It's so easy to get around with a trailer. It's just got a couple modifications over new. It's got the spray bed liner. It's got the Banks exhaust brake, which is really killer for towing. That's one thing I never did install in my truck, and I wish I did, and I probably will here in the future, because towing with this was just easy, and it saves a lot of wear and tear on the brakes and just the overall truck. It also has rear airbags. It also has a Banks. The manual's in there. I didn't look too much into it, but I'll show underneath the hood. It's got a Banks overdrive lockout, which I don't really understand on this truck because 2006 and up you could actually do tow haul mode and overdrive off. So I'm not sure what it does different over that. But like my 05 just has tow haul mode, so it makes sense to put that one in there. But so we'll go ahead and walk around. This truck is in amazing condition, absolutely rust-free, no accidents, beautiful paint. This is the bright white PW7 color code. So some of the photos, you can see the sun's coming out. I'm kind of hiding from over here. We'll cast a little bit of a yellow tint on it, but you can see it's the bright white. It's not the stone white that you'll see. It's got a little bit of a tinge to it. It is like snow white, and really reminds me of the Ford Oxford white that they ran in the 90s. So you'll go along here. You're gonna have your little. We'll go walk around. Start in the front. Always makes sense to start here. Grill's in excellent condition. Both headlights have a little bit of aging on the top, but still looking good. Really clear. And I just love OEM stuff. I've swapped out aftermarket headlights before in some of the rigs, and they just they get condensation in real fast, and they just really don't last very long. So I'll take a little bit of the aging on the original ones. There is a little tiny scrape right here, and there's a little scrape in the bumper. Oddly enough, on the other side, this one doesn't have anything, but on my Dodge, I have the same thing on my driver's side. So I was like, what the heck? This is total opposite. But you'll see a little bit aging here. A couple little tiny stone chips, the peppering on the front grille. It's got the factory tow hooks. Those were an option, believe it or not. And pretty much the only difference between a 3500 Dodge Ram and a 2500, I remember when I ordered mine in 05, was one additional leaf in the rear spring and cab lights. That was it. And it was about a $500 difference. No chips in any of the glass, no cracks. It's got the flip-up tow mirrors, which was awesome. This was a third gen thing. A lot of people put these in the second gen Dodges. You have some little stone chips along the bottom here, but you can see, along the rockers, it's just super killer shape. This bedside has been repainted. Well, you'll see it's a beautiful condition. It's got 265 Toyos. Nobody's put any big meats on this thing, but I will say I pretty much resisted putting a leveling kit on this thing in 35s. And I went back and forth whether I was going to keep this thing or not, and they look amazing. They just have that power wagon look. So there's your airbags. You could always put an airbag controller on the inside. No, I don't think it doesn't have any dents or dings in the. Oh, there's a little tiny ding right there. It's pretty hard to see. And there is also another tiny ding right here. No paint damage. Right there on the top of the tailgate. A little scuff here. Little scratch there, but the bed size, this thing had a canopy on it at one point, because you can see, I think that's what this is from. There's a little bit of just on this side, just a canopy wear mark, and I think that's why the bed sides are so amazing. There's no scratches on the bed side, no side loading scratches where you have these people dropping things or people not taking care of it, and they'll put on here and flop it over. Line-X spray liner. But you'll see, like these. I got lots of pictures of the beds. It is just beautiful. Full SLT package. This factory 17-inch chrome wheels. Little chip right there. If I take you along here, you can just see how beautiful that is. Little chip right there. Use a little touch up. You know, no fender flares have ever been put on. That seems to be one of the modifications that happens right away on these trucks. And then so you can see there's absolutely no rust anywhere on this thing. I'll take you inside. It's got I mean, the driver's side door panel, passenger side door panels pretty much just primo. Look how clean the door jambs are. The underside of the door is just beautiful and shiny. I mean, it's super clean. You're gonna see like a couple little tiny scuffs, but you might be able to clean those up a little bit. WeatherTech floor mats. It's got the manual shift transfer case, which I love, over the spin knob. It's got no cracks in the dash, non-smoker, smells really good in here. It's got wet and cool seat covers. They're pretty advanced seat covers. You got to kind of take part of the seat apart to take this apart. And they have heated seats that work awesome in them with additional lumbar support. So it's got a, but this one I don't think has ever even been used because it's still got the plastic on it. But there's got a high and low, and the heated seats in here work awesome. You got your fold down center console, no splits or cracks on the top there. But they're a seat cover that's designed for this truck. They're very expensive. I think they're about $600. They haven't been on there since it was new. So, you know, underneath the seats, probably gonna have some wear. You can feel right here where it's a little bit flattened down, the factory seat. Right here, you'll just kind of feel it divot down, and you kind of see that's probably where the previous owner was pulling themselves up because the wet cool seat cover. But you can see it's a really tightly fit. I mean, it's almost like you think this is a part of the seat. Power driver seat. Steering wheel is amazing. There's no wear on the steering wheel. 186, 951 miles. Stereo's never been swapped out, so you have no cracks on the dash again. Headliners look excellent condition. And I got pictures of the floor mats out and everything. Carpet's in nice shape. You know, a little bit, maybe like a little darkening right here. But again, look at those killer door jambs. No door sag, any issue like that. These trucks are just an iconic truck with that 5.9, and really, they only ran a couple more years. 07.5, I believe. They went to the 6.7, which is just not nearly the motor. These 5.9s are like, semi-truck motors. They just go forever. I mean, the dash is just amazing. This is so the overdrive disable. This is your exhaust brake. You'll hear it click on. Your exhaust will sound a little bit different, but it's all factory exhaust and everything besides that. Just amazing condition. It's cool to see whenever this person's been filling up their diesel, they've been putting the cap in the right spot and not letting it dang down. And that's an owner that cares about the truck. It's the same thing I do. I have a Patriot Blue Ram. Pop open the hood, and you got the good trailer brake controller, the Prodigy one. I've noticed it got a little chip right there. Underneath, it's all factory besides the stuff that we talked about. Hood stays up and pulls itself the rest of the way up. Still got the material, the heat material underneath there. We put brand new batteries in it. This is the Banks Smart Locks, if you want to kind of Google that and look what that is. Easy to remove if you don't like it. There's the Bank exhaust brake, but you can see along the valve cover, it's really nice condition. A little dirty and stuff, but you can see there's no blow by coming out, forcing itself out. Factory intake, interstate batteries, both of them matching up. So all right. So this is an amazing truck. I've driven it, I've towed with it. I've had my kids in there. We love it being next to each other. So we'll see this one going off to the next owner. Good luck, everyone.